Hi, my name is Robin B.
I'm Kay.
And we have a special guest again, Will Flores TV. Thanks for coming again, Will.
Salutations, salutations. Thank you.
So we're going to talk about food again. We had a part one on food and Will liked it and he made his comments and stuff. So he wanted to join us again and talk about it. A lot of people had commented about whether a hot dog was a sandwich.
Right.
Well, we're going to get a little bit more into it because we talked about a couple of other things when we were doing that show. So you want to start us off, Will?
Yeah, sure. First, everybody, make sure you subscribe to the chatter. This show is excellent. And make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button. And so I was a guest on the chatter. It was a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, right? And so, and it's funny, we're talking about this off air that sometimes the best things happen by accident. This is organic. So I'm happen to be scrolling through. And I'm a food guy. I can't lie. I have the gut to prove it, unfortunately. But I'm a foodie. And Robin and Kay were discussing how, was a hot dog technically a sandwich? So it was funny. It was interesting conversation. So when I came on, I brought it up and we laughed and stuff. And it reminded me of a lawsuit that Panera, they had a store in a mini mall in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. This is back in, I believe, '06. And there was a clause in the contract stating where the mall couldn't have another establishment that sold sandwiches. So when Qdoba moved in and set up shop, they sued, or they tried to sue, but they lost the case because the judge ruled at the end of the day that a burrito is not a sandwich.
That's what we were talking about.
So, and listen, it's interesting because the technicality part or the technical part was that the judge said it was because a burrito was made from one tortilla wrap, whereas a sandwich was two slices of bread. So it made me think of the conversation. The same thing with a hot dog. It's really just one bun that's just clamshelled, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
we're gonna get the
hot dog is not a
sandwich. And neither is a hero, right? Is a hero sandwich? We talked about that too. That's one. It can be one piece of bread.
Robin, wait a minute. You just threw the craziest curveball right now because technically that's true. Like, because you clamshell the hero bread too, right?
Yeah.
But we. All right. So hold on. But so great.
So we were talking about wraps as well.
Wraps are definitely not sandwiches.
All right. So they claim that a burrito is a wrap because it's made out of bread.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. So,
but that's a good point you made with the hero. Matter of fact, shame on Panera's lawyers for not bringing that up. Robin, they should have hired you to go there and fight that case.
Yeah, I should have made millions of dollars, right? Just by putting that one point out there.
Same thing with a roll, really, right? Same thing with a roll. You kind of that's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about? Okay, all right. Let's touch some other things. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go a wrap. Okay, now these are fried, but you have your empanadas.
Right.
All right. What about a knish? That's
definitely not. Definitely not.
And that's not a sandwich. That's stuffed. That's like an empanada.
No,
those are stuffed things.
Right. We call it right. And also, it's also called, by the way, I grew up, we called it pastelillos.
Yeah, pastelillos, the same thing.
Right, exactly. No, but yeah, that's the same thing. It's stuffed. You can even look at a quesadilla, right?
Right. Oh yeah. What about a quesadilla?
Yo, and you know what, matter of
fact? What about a quesadilla though? Let's go back to quesadilla. That's two pieces of thing that's stuck together with cheese and whatever you want in the middle.
Wait a minute. No, it's one really.
It can be one, or you can make it two and then cut it in 4 pieces.
Do you make it two?
Yes. You do it either or. It all depends on how I want to make it for myself.
Yeah. Right. Because
when I used to serve it, I used to actually put the bread, one on the bottom with all the cheese and the ground beef or whatever meat you're gonna put the one on the top, and then cut it in four slices.
See how I usually do it is I'll use the one wrap, fill it up, fold it, and then slice it into triangles.
Oh, yeah, you can do it that way too. So that's a little questionable.
No, but that's still a good argument.
So these
Wait a minute. How about a beef patty?
Yeah, what about a beef patty? What about an egg roll?
Egg roll. Oh man, forget it. It's over.
That's only one.
hopefully the Panera executives don't get a hold of this video because they're gonna try to take it back to court, right?
Because an egg roll is actually just one piece, right? That they roll
Right. Yep.
like actually they roll it. It's just small and they fry it. They roll it like a
Deep fry it, right?
what do you call those? Like a cheese sandwich. You know how sometimes you put the meat and then you put the sides in. That would be what do we use?
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What's that?
I forgot what we used to call those.
Yeah, but you're talking about wraps, right?
Right.
Stuff wrap and
Right.
put stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
So I mean, you don't have to have bread to have a wrap.
No, you can do a wrap with lettuce.
Yeah, you can do a lettuce wrap. Sushi is that seaweed, and then it's cut into little pieces stuff.
Yes,
So there are all kinds of wraps out there.
No, you're right. Wow, this is we're gonna spark off a whole new debate.
Yeah.
Thanks for Robin.
I only said the one thing. It just came on my house questioning it, you know.
Yeah.
But we was also talking about GMO on that show too as well.
Yes. So I was saying how I had did a little project on my older YouTube channel. This is years ago. We probably talking like 2017, maybe even before that, about somebody requested a video about the GMOs. And when I looked into it, I was like, oh no, I thought that GMOs got a bad rap because it was necessary, because if we want, like, we have the luxury right now, if you're living in a first world country, that is, not to try to be harsh, but we have the luxury. I can go outside right now and go grab an avocado. They got Dominican avocados. They have regular Hass avocados. I can get scallions. I can get kale. I can get cilantro, and that's partially because of the creation of GMOs, or the pesticides. Because prior to that, you have insects and certain pests and things, molds and things that could ruin an entire crop. So it was a luxury to have the GMOs. But there's also a darker side to that, and Kay had dropped a bomb on me, man. When I didn't do that. Talking about the whole other aspect of it, the darker side of that, because it was a good intention. It was a good thing they did, but it's another side to that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, messing with the food supply when we are what we eat, that gets into murky water. Some kind of muddy water right there.
Absolutely.
I understand that, you can strengthen the resilience of the crop by modifying the genetic makeup. But when you do that, what happens to us when we consume it,
Yeah, but you brought up another point too, Kay, as far as we're not being able to create our own vegetables anymore. Right. Because if they make everything seedless, there's nothing to cultivate that into the fruit that we want.
Yeah. And that's dangerous because, we used to be able to just grow our own stuff, and we control what kind of pesticide you use, whether it was ladybugs or chemical,
Right.
So it's
but you went into detail though. You went into detail, Kay, about with the how they were essentially creating a monopoly. Yeah, monopoly.
They're harvesting the seeds. That's the next I think that might be the next currency, in a strange way, because whoever controls the seeds controls the production of the food or the production of whatever, that the cotton, the wheat, what have you. And they have here in the US, the seed companies like Monsanto and things like that, they control the distribution of the seeds. They will tell a farmer, you have to buy the seeds from us. The farmer plants it, and then he has his crop. And then the next year, he has to buy the seeds again from the company because they don't want seeds being reused with crops. They genetically modify it so that the next year it's a little bit different. It's a little bit stronger. It's a little bit quote unquote better. And then they come out and they will test the fields that have the crops to make sure that it's the latest version of seeds that the farmer is using. But they're also penalizing him because if he tries to reuse last year's seeds, he gets his crop destroyed and he gets hit with a hefty fine, And one of the good things about food that we had beforehand, before all the seedless movement came about, is you could pop your grape seed in the ground and grow a grape, or an apple seed in the ground and grow an apple. You
That's
know,
what I was talking
you can
about.
reuse the things, but the more it becomes seedless and genetically modified, we no longer have that option. And that's a scary thing, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, indeed. They're essentially creating a monopoly, which is actually
Yeah,
against the law. So,
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, well,
interesting
you know,
stuff.
there are
Yeah,
ways to
well,
get
yeah,
around
right.
it.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they supposedly broke up the communication companies because they didn't want to monopolize. But what has happened?
Right.
It's
Exactly.
Yeah,
starting all
it's
over
come
again.
right back.
Google's going through that now. They're trying
I
to make
know.
them separate
Amazon too.
their
They
right.
all are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all are being, becoming a monopoly, and that's what they wanted to avoid. Well, that's not happening right now. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the seedless fruit that Kay brought up, we're having a conversation. It's like it reminded me of Dr. Sebi. I'm not gonna say I'm giving him a full endorsement or anything like that, but at one period I was really looking into what he had to say because we know that something isn't right as far as the way we eat, and it's a big thing. We're talking about it now, like with a lot of changes being made. We're taking some of the dyes and things out the food.
Right.
You know how
Mhm.
in UK, a lot. If you look at a cup of Fruit Loops from UK and a cup of Fruit Loops from the United States, looks totally different. Different. Our stuff is damn near fluorescent. Like,
Well, they
Mhm.
just took out the red dyes too now, right? There will be no more
Yeah,
candy
yeah.
I saw that.
with red dye
Yes,
in it.
yes.
Mhm.
But Dr. Sebi spoke about, and again, I'm not a biologist. I can't verify it, but I do my fair bit of research that a fruit or any food that's seedless is, at the end of the day, is not good for us physically because it's like unnatural, basically, an unnatural a version of the fruit or whatever it is, not just a fruit. And also, we spoke about there are hybrid fruits, like a grapefruit, for instance, is not. And I'm not trying to dissuade people from eating grapefruits and things, but according to Dr. Sebi, he was saying how those types of food, those hybrids, are actually not good for us. They create inflammation in the body. And his diet, he recommended all natural
That
foods,
that goes
like in their
again.
raw. Yeah,
Sorry, that goes again when
yeah.
have to grow your own stuff. But how you gonna grow your own stuff if everything is becoming seedless?
Right.
But and the fruits
Right.
that I love, tangelos, what are they?
Tangelos, right. That's definitely
Yeah.
sounds like a hybrid.
I love those.
You got clementine. I love them too. Clementines, I
Yeah.
love them. Yeah. No, indeed.
And they
Yeah.
don't have no seeds in them.
Yeah.
But
It's
Tegan, I would say,
delicious.
yeah, it is. And again, I just want to say too
It
that
is
we got to
delicious. That's
verify
why
it.
they keep tweaking it, you know? Yeah.
They are delicious. I love
They
it.
are delicious.
I feel like they're better than oranges. It's like
They
you
are.
know, you just
I always buy those instead of oranges now.
yeah.
But
No,
oranges is
indeed.
supposed to be better for me though, right? At least they still got seeds in them, some of them.
Yeah. Well, vitamin C. But the
Some
the
of them.
highest vitamin C content is actually the red bell pepper, which is not one of my favorites. I do like it. It's not one of my favorites, but the red bell pepper is the highest of vitamin C. They always say, don't drink the orange juice, eat the orange, right?
Yeah, because the sugar,
Yeah.
Yeah.
stuff like that,
Sugar.
because
And
they
because
add all that.
I read that your body actually is looking for the orange when you drink the juice. It's like, okay, the pulp is coming next, kind of thing.
We know how thousands of years, tens of thousands of years,
Yeah.
probably. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but yeah, that makes sense,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, well, that's just a little thing that our opinions only. Like Will said, he's not a biologist. I am not a botanist or whatever. Well, it's not botanist. That's
That's what I'm
That's what
horticulture.
people say blood, right?
Yeah.
No. That's phlebotomy. You were right.
Oh.
You were in the ballpark.
Whatever. We're not none of those people, okay?
Right. But we have the right to. On a quick note, we have the right to and we should be doing more of this, doing our own research, not just taking their word for it, right?
Right. Because they change their mind every so years. What's good and what's not good for you.
Every other night, something new causes
depends on
cancer.
who funds the
Right?
study.
Yeah,
Yes.
everything causes cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great point, Kay. Who funds the
study?
study? Great point.
Yeah.
What did you say, Kay?
That's when you get whoever funded the study. That's when you
Oh,
get
yeah.
those results.
Right. Their interest. Their interest.
Yeah, they're more
No, great point. Great
they're
point.
fairies. Yeah.
Mhm.
Great point. Yes, yes.
Anyway, another conversation from the chatter. Thank you so much.
Yes, that was a
being with
lot
us
of fun.
again.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be with us again.
Of course. Looking forward to it. Looking
Yeah,
forward
we're
to
gonna
it.
be on your show too, right? Coming up.
Yeah, no. Oh, so let me tell you. Yeah, we are. We'll talk about that. The details on that when we get off air. But definitely.
Yeah, because we're
All right.
a history buff, so I guess we'll be
Yeah.
talking about history.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I got a quick history question before we sign off.
Let's
Hey,
hear it.
Will, find out what the original color of the carrot was.
Okay.
Oh
Now
wow!
let me say this. Robin. You might know from before our past. That Now if you remember, it's like the carrots. There's like 4 or 5 of them, and it's different colors. One is like purple, one is like white.
Yeah,
I don't know,
one is
Kay, if
yellow,
that's
one
what
is
you're referring
orange.
to. Right. So anyway, I will look at. Matter of fact, that might we could do a part 3 next time. I see you talk about food.
We're gonna have a food show soon.
I'm making myself hungry. Like, oh, let me say this. Just a little fun little tidbit. I born and raised in New York City. I just now recently had an authentic Italian hero. Now, the Italians actually created the hero. They didn't make the sandwich, but they created the hero, right? And so I came across this accidentally because on Facebook there was like it was some post where a meme where they were saying, "Oh, do you put mayonnaise on an Italian hero?" And Italians in the comments were like, "Hell no, that's
Oh, it's
blasphemy." I'm
oil
like,
and
"What?"
vinegar. Oil and vinegar.
Yes,
I know it's oil and
I
vinegar.
didn't know this.
That's what I was talking. Some of them have the bread membrane in them. Those are
Right,
like, to me, the original. And then the other ones are just 2 pieces of bread slapped on some meat.
yeah.
But it has to
So-
have
You know what?
cheese
That's that. You're provolone, right?
and oil and
Whatever,
vinegar.
but yeah.
Oil,
But I'm
vinegar.
thinking the 2 pieces together might be the original one, and the hinge one might be the upgrade, you know?
I think I like how you put that. That sounds about right, Kay. That's the
You know what?
upgrade.
I'm cutting
Sounds about
corners,
right.
I'm cutting costs.
Because you know that sandwich,
The leftover bread that they cut out.
the word sandwich, check it out. The word sandwich actually was named after, I don't know if you guys knew this, a guy, Duke Earl of Sandwich, something like that. And when he played cards, he liked to have meat between 2 slices of bread. So that's where it originated from. But then, like you said, the Italians they brought it up a couple notches.
Provolone.
Yeah,
Oil and vinegar.
Capricola.
Yeah,
Capricola, everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, so thanks again for joining us another week at the chatter. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
We will see you. Please like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
our opinions only.
Our opinions only.
Yes.
And thanks again. Bye-bye.